Exempt transactions. First, let us distinguish zero-rated from VAT-exempt transactions. Zero rate. It is a taxable transaction but does not result in an output tax. The input VAT on the purchase of a VAT-registered person with zero-rated sales may be allowed as tax credits or refunded. Persons engaged in transactions which are zero-rated, being subject to VAT, are required to register. VAT exempt. It is not subject to output tax. The seller in an exempt transaction is not entitled to any input tax on his purchases despite the issuance of a VAT invoice or receipt. Registration is optional for VAT-exempt persons.
Agricultural products includes livestock and poultry, while marine food products includes eel, trout, lobsters, shrimps, prawns, oysters, and mussels. These products, considered in their original states even if they undergone simple processes such as freezing, drying, salting, broiling, roasting, smoking, or stripping, shrimp wrapping, and other similar packaging methods. The specialty feeds referring to non-agricultural feeds or foods for raised horses, fighting cocks, aquarium fish, zoo animals, and other animals generally considered as pets. Importation of personal and household effects belonging to the residents of the Philippines returning from abroad and non-resident citizens coming to resettle in the Philippines, provided that such goods are exempt from custom duties under tariff and custom codes of the Philippines. Importation of professional instruments and implements, wearing apparel, domestic animals, and personal household effects belonging to the person coming to resettle in the Philippines for their only use and not for sale, barter, or exchange, accompanying such person arriving within 90 days before or after their arrival, upon the production of evidence satisfactory to the CIR, such as persons are actually coming to settle in the Philippines, and the change of residence is bona fide. Items subject to percentage taxes are enumerated in Title 5 of the National Internal Revenue Code of the Philippines. These processes include toll processing or toll dressing, preparing and packaging hogs or chicken ready for delivery after producing or growing. However, if the toll processing or toll dressing or toll manufacturing service is performed independently from growing agricultural and marine food products, the activity is not covered by agricultural contract growing and therefore subject to VAT. Item includes laboratory services, sale of drugs and merchandise to inpatients. However, sale of drugs to outpatients are not considered hospital services, so therefore they are subject to VAT. These services does not include seminars, in-service training, review classes, and other similar services rendered by persons who are not accredited by the DepEd, the CHED, or the TESDA. Services rendered are exempt from VAT, provided that there is an employee-employee relationship. Services rendered by regional or area headquarters established in the Philippines are exempt from VAT. Transactions which are exempt under international agreement to which the Philippines is signatory for under special laws. Sale by agricultural cooperatives to non-members can only be exempted from VAT if the producer of the agricultural product sold is the cooperative itself. If the cooperative is not producer or trader, then only those sales to its members shall be exempted from VAT. However, the sale and importation of agricultural food products in the original state is exempt from VAT irrespective of seller or buyer. Gross receipts from lending activities by credit or multi-purpose cooperatives duly registered by Cooperative Development Authority whose lending is limited to members.
Created using Powtoon.